To get started, AOScan really is a new paradigm for wellness. We are pioneering an entirely new field in the quantum space. It's a bioresonance full body scanner and frequency generator. And if you're not familiar with those terms, then we will try to educate you and catch you up. But essentially, everything is energy, even you. At the smallest anatomical quantum level, you are nothing but frequency, vibration, and energy. And the AO scan speaks the language of the body. So let's learn a little bit about the history of AO scan and how it got started. It actually has quite a rich history. This technology isn't new. This has been around for over 40 years. It initially started with the Russian space program, and it also starts with our founder, Lawrence Swenson, in the 1980s. He was looking for a way to reverse his son's cerebral palsy. And he was not satisfied with any of the reactions from the doctors that said there's nothing that can be done. So he literally traveled the globe looking for different modalities, technologies, and he found the greatest science, the greatest researchers, the greatest computer programmers, created a team and developed a technology called the theta chamber, which eventually reversed his son's cerebral palsy. And fast forward, he spent a lifetime inventing and innovating frequency, light, and sound-based technologies, and came across something called the NLS system in the early 2000s. This was a system that was based in Russia. He came across it in China, and he brought the NLS system here to the United States. At the time, it was considered a digital body analyzer. And he was able to then take that technology and really make it his own. It got to a point that it could no longer work with Microsoft. And so he was able to, with his team, reprogram it and create what we now know as the AOScan digital body analyzer. This previously was a $38,000 computer system that you could only access by visiting a clinic. And it took several hours to conduct a full body scan and to read through all of the reports. And fast forward to 2012, that wasn't good enough for Lauren. He wanted this technology to get into the hands of everyone because he truly believed that this would empower people to take back their health. So that's exactly what he did. In 2012, this now robust $38,000 system was available as an app in a handheld device called the AOScan Mobile. And when you fast forward even just a few years after that, 2021 is when it was launched. And in just a couple of years, they have now phased out the handheld devices, and the app is available to use on almost any phone, tablet, or computer, as long as it has enough data and RAM and all of that to run the program. You can actually download this from the web. So this technology has advanced so much over the years, and I can't wait to share with you some of the programs that are in it, starting with, it used to just be 4 programs. When we first started and this company launched in January of 2021, there were only 4 programs. And in 2.5, almost 3 years, there are now 11 programs. And I'm going to go over just a few of those for you today. Most of them are scan-based, and some of them are frequency generating. The very first one I'm going to talk about is Inner Voice. Lauren actually believed that Inner Voice could be a standalone program with nothing else included. That is how powerful this one program is with AOScan. It's a 10-second scan of the sound of your voice that analyzes over 8,000 frequencies, and then it identifies the top 4 emotions that are most out of balance for you. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but the sound of your voice is a direct reflection of your emotional state. Every single note in the sound of your voice is associated with a different set of emotions, a different color on the Roy G. Biv rainbow scale, and it's also associated with a different organ system. So not only will this identify the emotions that are imbalanced, but it's also going to generate 4 customized music files that have the exact frequencies and tones to help guide your brain to a more balanced and harmonious state, getting you out of states of anger and sadness and things like that. So these are just a few things that people say about listening to AO Scan. Tracy said, I've lived in fight or flight my entire life due to childhood trauma. With inner voice, it is taking me out of it. My OCD is totally getting better and better. I am finally understanding what it's like to relax. This is a life changer. That's aside from being able to sleep soundly for the first time ever. It really is amazing what sound and frequencies can do because it is communicating with our brain and the energy of our body. And Stephanie says, since listening, I have felt like I have more control over my anxious feelings. There have already been a few times that I'll notice a panic attack starting. And I will play my songs and I can immediately feel the tension leaving my body. I feel like I always have a tool with me to help keep my body and mind at peace. Who do you know that experiences anxiety? Who do you know that experiences stress in their lives? And how powerful would it be if you had something in the palm of your hand to instantly get you out of those negative states so you could go on with your life? So incredible. There actually was a small study done with a group of just 10 people who listened to inner voice music for 21 days. And these are the results that they reported. They reported 54% improvement after just 3 weeks. Improvement in depression symptoms, 70%. Decrease in physical pain. Okay, this was just listening to music. Their physical pain decreased 52%, decrease in anxiety, and better sleep overall. It truly is amazing. And we now have this incredible new program, Mind Sync, that really goes hand in hand with Inner Voice. This is very similar to Inner Voice in that it is music based, but rather than scanning you for your emotional state, this allows you to read from custom affirmations. It records your voice, your own voice, reading positive affirmations. And there are some that are already built into the system. You can actually write your own and read those into the program. It records it, and then you choose the music track that you want to put your voice over. And you listen to this, and what it does is so brilliant. It plays the music in 2 different hertz in each ear. So let's say the sound of your voice resonates at 80 hertz. It's going to change the hertz, just 8 hertz difference between the 2 ears. Because when the ears hear 2 different hertz, your brain only hears the difference between those 2 numbers. So if it's an 8 hertz difference, 8 hertz is associated with theta waves. Theta waves is associated with higher states of consciousness. So when you listen to your own positive affirmations with the music, you are actually listening to it in a theta state where you hear it in the center of your mind. And you are reprogramming your subconscious mind with your own positive affirmations. We are so excited about this program. This alone could absolutely change a wellness practice. This alone could change a therapy practice. This could help you support clients in between emotion code and body code sessions. We are so excited about this. And everyone that I know that has been using it has been experiencing profound results in their own lives and their businesses. I mean, imagine the affirmations that you could write for this. This is super cool. So, beyond the emotions, beyond the subconscious reprogramming, one of my favorite programs with AO Scan is called Supplement Library. This is where you can actually scan supplements into your program, whether it's on your phone, tablet, or computer. You set them on the screen, and the AO Scan program scans the energy signature of that supplement, captures it, and saves it into a database. So that when you go to conduct a scan, like some of the scans that Hannah is about to talk about, it will compare the energy of those supplements to the energy of your body and identify the top 6 supplements that are most in resonance with you at that moment. It takes the guesswork out of which supplement do I take today. It saves you money because you are now only taking the supplements that your body actually needs. This is a beautiful and brilliant program for practitioners who carry supplement lines, for anyone who is a health coach who is recommending supplements to others. Highly recommend this one. It's one of my favorites. And next we have the powerhouse of this device, Cephy. Cephy stands for Subtle Energy Frequency Imprinter. There are over 1,000 different frequencies in this program alone. If you can think of an issue, an ailment, something that someone is facing that is causing them symptoms, there is a frequency to help restore balance to that issue. And there's things like positive affirmation frequencies, Bach flowers. You can create custom homeopathy, homeoenergetics. There's detoxing frequencies, lymphatic opening frequencies. There's so many options and so many things that you can do with this. And this is what one person has shared with us about using these frequencies. I was introduced to AO Scan 3 weeks ago. I've had hellish hot flashes and night sweats for 22 years. I'm 72 now. I have tried literally everything through the years. Nothing has helped. The first night I went from 6 to 8 sweats a night to 2, and it has now reduced them to 0. I am sleeping so much better. I am convinced. Guys, this is energy. This is not even consuming anything. This is frequencies alone. This is how powerful this can be. One of our practitioners on Team Taurus shared this testimonial with us. She was working with a family and was doing a vital scan and a body system scan for a young girl, and also sent frequencies. Now, this is through the quantum field, not in person. Through the quantum field, she sent these frequencies to this child for bladder issues. And her mom reported that for the first time in a long time, she fell asleep without having to go to the bathroom 500 times before bed. So whatever you did worked. Thank you. And of course, kids, this is not a placebo, right? They don't even know what's happening. And this is helping them at an energetic level. So just to recap real quick, I talked about inner voice, the emotion-based program that is music to help recalibrate your emotions to a more balanced state. I talked about the supplement library. I talked about mind sync, the positive affirmations that can literally reprogram your subconscious mind, and Cephy, thousands of frequencies that can help you and support your body. And Hannah is now going to share with you Vital Scan, Comprehensive Scan, Homeoenergetics, and a few new features as well.
And as I mentioned earlier, this technology continues to evolve, and it has outgrown what it was once as that practitioner grade device. We have more programs and more frequencies than ever before through this technology. And so tonight I'm going to share with you some other great programs that help just bring the overall technology to the synergistic bio-individual approach to overall wellness. So I also have been using this technology for 3 years. I am a holistic practitioner, and I use this every day for my family and my clients. And it's been such a blessing to be able to help people all over the world with the tap of a button. It truly has changed my life. So I always like to tap on the importance of bio-individuality. And why is that? Well, we are all unique. We have our own blueprint, and what works for me may not work for you. If we both have hormone imbalances, we will likely respond differently to different treatments. The reason why the AO scan technology is so amazing is because it takes that bio-individual approach, because it's working on the imbalances occurring within at a cellular level. So once we understand the root cause of why you're experiencing the imbalances, then we can better support you. And the AO scan technology with these next programs that I will talk about help identify the root cause imbalances. So the next program on the AO scan is called Vitals. And think of this as your blood biology report. If you were to go to a functional medicine doctor and spend thousands of dollars for all the different functional lab tests like blood, hair analysis, stool analysis, urine analysis, you will get the same information in the energetic form on the report from the Vitals. So it will scan your body. And when it's scanning your body, it's comparing you to a database of over 150,000 frequencies that have been identified and cataloged in a database by people, really, really smart people, quantum physicists and scientists all over the world, saying that, okay, we know that the liver resonates at this frequency when it's in a healthy state. But we have 150,000 of those in the database. So when we're scanning your body, we're comparing your body to that database. We're able to identify the imbalances and then send the balancing frequency back to your body, which we refer to as optimization. So we scan, identify the imbalances, we optimize, gently shifting the body over time towards homeostasis. When we are in homeostasis, disease is unable to thrive. That is something we're all trying to achieve in our time here on Earth. And so what a blessing to be able to have a tool in your home and in your office to support your clients to help reach homeostasis. So some of the different areas that the Vital Scan will scan and optimize for are different food and environmental sensitivities. It will do a full CBC panel, hormone and thyroid, GI function, immune function. It will do a toxin panel, so heavy metals, molds, cardiovascular, your macro, micro minerals, all your pathogens, bacteria, well, not all of them, but many of them, bacteria, viruses, parasites. That list just keeps growing as we're able to identify more parasites and the frequencies that they vibrate at. It will do your chakras and meridians, which are the energy centers of your body, and a lot more. It's a very comprehensive report. I thought I would share just a few testimonies of how this report has, or this program has helped other people. So Evie says that she's blown away. She had blood tests done at her regular practitioner, PCP, and it identified that her glucose levels were high. And when we did the AO scan on her, it also showed the same. It flagged that her glucose levels, her insulin and other markers were out of range. She couldn't believe how accurate it was, and she wanted to get access to the AO scan right away. Down below, you'll see the TSH, which is a thyroid hormone marker. This person also had blood work done and found their TSH levels to be high. When we did the AO scan, it also marked it as high. And then over on the right, this is a sample of the vitals report where you can see red being out of balance and green being in balance. And for this person, she used both the vital scan and CEPI frequencies, which Stephanie talked about, to help shift some post-virus symptoms that she was having, such as nerve pain, migraines, her oxygen level dipping. All of that went away with the support of the AO scan technology. I want to be clear that we never claim to diagnose, treat, or cure with this technology, but when you are working with the energy of the body, you are able to shift imbalances and start feeling better. And it's just a beautiful gift. All right, now we're going to go into the anatomy of the body. So the comprehensive scan is a very detailed scan and optimization program where you can scan any anatomical item in your body, your nerves, your arteries, your veins, your bones, your muscles, your connective tissue, your organs, and much more. I love this scan because if somebody comes to me and says, I have abdominal pain and I don't know why, I can scan all of the organs in their abdomen, their spleen, their liver, their gallbladder, of course, their colon and their stomach, and identify where the imbalances are lying. Or if you're a chiropractor, for example, and somebody comes in with knee pain, it could be a connective tissue issue, a muscle, a bone, or a nerve issue. You can scan, figure out where that imbalance is in the knee, optimize so you're providing therapeutic support, shifting that imbalance, and have a better idea of how to support yourself or your client. Here's a great example of how detailed these reports are. We won't go into how to read them, but just know that training is provided from the company and us here on Team Taurus. So you will have all the information you need to be able to read these. We have a whole hormone panel that is available to us. So you are able to scan and optimize and bring balance to your hormones any time of day. Know where you're at, especially for women as you're going through your cycle. You can measure all of your different hormones to see how things are functioning. This is great for fertility support, menopause, PMS symptoms. So you can really have an understanding. I mean, the whole purpose of the AOScan technology is to educate you and empower you so you can make better decisions on a day-to-day basis to take care of yourself and to thrive. Stephanie had mentioned a little bit about CEPI, or a lot about CEPI, which are the frequencies that we can broadcast or imprint to ourselves or others. Some of those frequencies are detox frequencies, and almost all of them are listed here. We just got 20 new ones added to the database, which is so great. What you need to know about the detox frequencies is it's a frequency set of homeopathic remedies that are going to help you detox. Let's say it's candida, but then also 20 herbal frequencies to help your detox pathways. As a practitioner, you never start detoxing before you check to make sure that your detox pathways are open and flowing. So I love that this company was wise enough to not just throw in some detox frequencies, but also the herbal frequencies to support your body and opening up your detox pathways. This program can be found in your Easy Scan, which is kind of combining all of these programs together. And what's really neat is you can scan your body and see which detox frequencies you need for that day. So maybe you were exposed to pesticides, walking around barefoot outside, and your neighbor had just sprayed. I'm using examples that I see show up a lot. You might see pesticides imbalance show up in your scanner, and it will recommend the pesticide detox frequency. Or if you just had some dental work done, you might see dental detox show up. So it's very intuitive, and it helps you know which frequencies to use on a daily basis to support your body. All right, so AOScan technology can be used for acute and chronic health challenges, but it's also a preventative tool. And why is that? Well, everywhere we turn these days, there are environmental stressors around, and we need to support our bodies to kind of deal with them. The AOScan restores balance and renews your energy. It does this by negating or neutralizing the negative energies with regular optimization. So maybe you're in perfect health. Maybe you don't need a lot of support. That's great. But you can only control what happens inside your own environment. The second you walk out the door, we are exposed to negative EMFs, toxins in the air, things in our food that I won't go into, but it's just helping to bring that balance back. So you can use it as a preventative tool to stay healthy and not be as impacted by the outside world. You can see we have gone over several programs. This AOScan technology is a full spectrum wellness solution. It can do all of what we share with you and more, and it empowers you to truly put your health back in your hands.